Alright, hey guys. Hey guys, I'm back.
I don't know what happened. Hello.
You guys ready to start?
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
this.
Can I have the 4 people who are debating have their cameras on, please, and be in the box here?
Sure, one second.
Alright, I'm gonna record the round. The last round I tried to record with you guys, I had problems with the audio on it. This one, I'm gonna try to record it. So, let's see how it goes.
I can't like stay here and eat cheese and eat.
Edmund, just get out.
And then we'll see tacos.
Edmund, goodbye. You already debated.
Justin, wait. Have you flowed everything yet? Like our case?
Load everything.
Have you written down our? Okay.
I'm ready when you are. I'm ready for excitement. I'm ready for action. I'm ready for a thrill every 5 seconds.
I knew go
written
for a
literally
quick
everything
second.
in our case.
Can somebody time me?
Yes. I will time you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, okay. Time starts now. Hi, my name is Zaid. This is my partner Brandon. We are going to negate this resolution. So our framework for this round is cost-benefit analysis with a focus on alleviating income inequality. Observation 1. Reducing poverty alleviates income inequality by increasing employment rates. Contention 1. Kaspervik, 2014a. Welfare programs shown to reduce poverty in America. More than 45 million Americans are currently living in poverty. Without Social Security, food stamps, unemployment benefits, earned income tax credits. The poverty rate for Americans 65 and older would jump to nearly 40%. Social welfare programs work. Safety nets like food stamps prevent millions more people from struggling to put food on the table. Without food stamps, another 8 million Americans would be living in poverty. Without tax credit, like the federal earned income tax credit, poverty for children under 18 would be 22.8% instead of the official poverty rate of 19.9%. Contention 2. Bad examples of public infrastructure. Subpoint A. Stoll, 2014. 3 warrants on why public infrastructure cannot be spent on. The federal government spends a lot on infrastructure already. The Federal Department of Transportation had outlays of $76 billion in 2013. Federal infrastructure is often on wasteful projects. Remember the $223 million Congress appropriated to fund the bridge to nowhere in Alaska? Federal infrastructure spending can be influenced on appropriations subcommittee rather than by whether a project is generally worthwhile investment. Sure, some infrastructure projects might be worthwhile. In those cases, private investors might decide to invest on their own. Subpoint B. James Baxter, 2016. An example of why public infrastructure the government plans to build is pointless and a waste of money. Toll roads are inefficient, backwards approach to providing public highways. Worse, they foster corruption, political patronage, and discourage needed improvements on the rest of the highway system. Toll roads are literally a monopoly that is sanctioned and protected by the state. The state citizens and other highway users have no channel to influence toll road management and pricing decisions. Toll roads can't compete without the presence of congestion and motorist inconvenience on the public highway system. Contention 3, Snyder, 2015. Social welfare programs promote liberty by giving direct wealth. No government will ever grant true liberty. The true answer is wealth. Nothing has liberated more people than wealth. By the very nature of our being, we all have the freedom to travel where we want and when we want and do what we want. We simply don't have liberty to do it. And it's not our government holding us back. It's our wealth. Likewise, we're all free to pick the occupation we want. There's no law that says one person must be a teacher and another must be a doctor. If we've got freedom, then why are most folks toiling at a job they don't love? You know the answer, because their wealth has not liberated them. Page 2015. Social welfare programs are a form of reparations, and reparations reduce the number of people who need means-tested welfare programs long-term. The aim of reparations is equality and would mean the way fewer poor folks, which is to say, way fewer recipients of means-tested social benefit. Reparations to be used in a way that builds entrepreneurship and transforms unproductive poverty traps into places that serve America's need for more engineers and scientists. Any sort of community-driven infrastructural reform reflects a persistent tendency. Those with diffuse capital, institutional. Wait, is that not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Hey, what card called? Or the fourth card?
Fourth contention.
Yeah. What?
Page. P-A-G.
Okay. Okay.
Hi
that's it.
YouTube.
That's what I-
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Time starts now.
Hello, my name is Justin and this is my partner Lyle, and we are affirming the resolution. Framework CBO focus on living income equality. Observation 1, spending on means-tested social welfare programs are progressive income payout, which means it promotes progressive income tax. Definition 1, progressive tax by economic time. Progressive tax is the taxing mechanism which a higher tax is collected from the taxpayers who earn more and lower taxes from taxpayers earning less. Contention 1, progressive income tax violates justice and liberty. By Miller 1, a just system of taxation is one that is limited by a principle or rule that applies to everyone. Progressive taxation is not constrained by any such limiting principle. It applies different rules to different people depending on the degree of wealth, and has no principle way of deciding who should be taxed, how, and how much. By making actual income relative to one's tax rates, they violate what is the only universally recognized principle of economic justice, that of equal pay for work. None of these progressive measures can be defended by grounds of justice. Contention 2, Economic Policy Institute 2014a. Tag, in the near term, increases in infrastructure spending would significantly boost the economic activity and employment. A debt-financed 18 billion annual investment in infrastructure yields 29 billion increase in GPD and 216,000 net new jobs at the end of the year. Well, with the increase in levels then sustained over the next decade. A debit finance package of green investments totaling 92 billion annually boosts GDP by 147 billion and generates 1.1 million net new jobs by the end of the year, with the increased levels of sustained over the next decade. A debt finance 250 billion annual investments boosts GDP by 400 billion and overall employment by 3 million net new jobs by the end of the first year, with increased levels of sustained over the 7-year life of investment. Except cuts to the government transfer still leaves a net positive impact. Contention 3, tag, welfare programs foster dependence on welfare benefits, which include much harm. Current research indicates that both welfare dependents have significant literacy effect on children's development, impeding their ability to become successful members of society. Dependence also reduces child earnings in future years. Being raised on welfare also increases the probability that a child will drop out of school and will be on welfare as an adult. And continue for tag. If we keep welfare programs, people will be less intensified to work and will cheat the system. Spring Break 2015. Seattle's $15 minimum wage law is supposed to lift workers out of poverty and move them off public assistance. But there is maybe a hitch in the plan. Evidence is surfacing that some workers are asking their bosses for fewer hours as their wages rise in bid to keep overall income down so they can't lose their public subsidies for things like food, child care, and rent.
Subsidies.
Cut down the hours.
Subsidies. I'm so tired of people mispronouncing that word. Subsidies.
Like food, child care, and rent. If they cut down their hours to stay on their subsidies, become $15 minimum hour wage, because they didn't actually help them get out of poverty, and all you've done is put a burden on the business and given false hope to a lot of people. To Jason Rand. Contention 5, can word the 1999 a tag social welfare programs failed to reduce poverty because too little money reaches the poor. It is certainly true that a substantial share of government benefits go to the middle and upper classes rather than the poor. In the U.S., for instance, more than half the transfer payments and tax benefits dispensed by federal government went to households and income. More than double of poverty cut off a family of 4, and in most industrialized nations, social welfare programs are even more universal nature, that is, less targeted toward the poor than they are in the U.S. Thank you, and I urge you to vote for the ask.
Okay, good job, Justin. Well read. Let's have a cross.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, time starts now.
Okay, so when you talk about progressive tax, you talk about how that that there's inequality when you tax a lot from more wealthy people and less from poor people. But when you say this, you mean that you should either increase the amount of taxes poor people spend, or that you should decrease the amount of taxes rich people have to give to the government.
Can you repeat the question?
So, because of the first contention, are you saying that that the poor people should have to pay equal taxes to rich people, or are you saying that rich people should decrease taxes and pay as much as poor people?
We're saying that we should lower the tax rate of the poor people. Same thing. I mean, you're saying the same thing. The same thing. Those two are the same thing.
Well, no. Okay, so do you want rich people to pay less taxes?
Justin, just say you want a flat tax.
You want a flat tax.
Okay. In your second intention about making investments for the economy,
Yes.
where would you get all that money to make investments?
From the new jobs.
Well, don't you need the money to make new jobs? You need money to start off the investment.
Well, we tax
So where
the
are you
rich
going?
people.
You have to what?
Tax the rich people.
Justin, the stuff you're paying for comes from the same money that the stuff they're paying for, right? They're trying to say, let's spend money on this. You're saying, no, let's spend money on that. It's the same money. It's already there, ready, waiting to be spent. You're debating over how it should be spent. Zaid, that's not a good way to challenge this thing. Okay? The resolution assumes it's a pile of money waiting to be spent. How should we spend it? You're not having to get more money from the taxpayers, or even if you are, you have to get the same amount for both public infrastructure and welfare programs, so that's not a good line of argumentation. Proceed.
What was your contention for again?
My contention for it was saying that we should pay reparations to poor people. Okay, how can wasteful projects still help an investment? If you invest in a wasteful project, will it still have a good economic effect? I mean, upstairs.
Define wasteful.
All right, keep going forward. Yeah, guys, don't try to work that angle. The whole progressive thing, your point is they've already taxed us progressively going in. That rich people already are paying all the taxes and poor people are already paying nothing. You can't lower nothing. Okay? They're already not paying any taxes. Your point should be you shouldn't also make the spending progressive as well, right? So since they stole all the money from the rich people and took none from the poor people, then we should spend it on things everybody enjoys. That's progressive already because everybody can use X, therefore everybody benefits from the expenditures. The progressiveness is already done in the taxing part. Don't double progressive and progressive the spending part as well. Understand? Because progressive means either that poor people get more than rich people, or rich people pay more than poor people. That's progressive, okay? Regressive is the opposite. But look, regressive is defined differently. People often will say, well, if I have to pay 10% of my income and you have to pay 10% of your income, then the person who has a bigger income is better off because they have more money to spare in taxes. But it's a weak argument. There's no reason for it not have a flat tax. 10% of very little is very little. 10% of a lot is a lot. All right, go ahead. Proceed with the round.
Hey, hey, you ready?
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry, Zaid, I don't have enough time to pull up that card right now.
What are you looking for, Brandon?
AP progressive income taxes are unfair.
Um, it's right here. Where was it? I had it open a second ago. Look at the one that says all right, well, hold on.
Should I just start without it?
No, hold on.
I'm not gonna count this as crap.
All right, get this.
Do I read the whole thing?
No, well, all you want to read on that is history supports progressive taxes. They were effective in the 1950s and 60s when we had a 90% top income tax rate and a strong middle class. There's a clear correlation when the top tax rate decreased, inequality increased. Read that part, okay?
Okay.
You can also read the next paragraph if you wanted to. It's a really good article for everybody, right? It's, you know, if you are arguing in favor of welfare, this article is going to be effective for you.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Time starts now.
So first, I'm gonna refute my opponent's contentions. Now, for my opponent's first contention, they say that social welfare violates justice and liberty. But here's the thing: what we're advocating is that we're trying to save lives, as we say in our contention 1. We're saving many of lives from starving. That is more just than doing infrastructure where you just build buildings that doesn't help the poor who are just starving off in the streets. Now, for the contention 2, they said that they gain more money from jobs, but I'm going to read a card by Finkel. Tag, real-life example of social welfare increasing annual income for everyone. Annual income in South Korea.
You cut out. Hold on. Pause. Pause time. Brandon, you're gone. You've left us. Goodbye, Brandon. We'll miss you. Let's see if he comes back in a second. I just dropped. He dropped. He'll come back in a second. Brandon, are you still there?
Was that me?
How much time is left in that speech?
3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay, well, let's just start it over then when he gets back.
Okay.
Any questions while we're waiting for Brandon to return? Grace, you're new. Are you still there? If so, are you understanding what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. It's a very succinct answer. All right. Who's Cheese?
That
Who's
would be Edmund.
Edmund.
All right, Edmund? Why don't you fill in for Brandon until Brandon gets back? Okay. You do this speech.
Oh my. Let's go.
Edmund, you there? Cheese.
I
Hold
think he
on.
died.
He sent. I think he sent a message. Let me check.
I think he died.
Yes, you can eat your dinner in front of YouTube, of course. What do you think? The
I
YouTube
think
police are going to come give you a ticket?
He's after technical difficulties, I believe.
Disgusting.
Alice, you want to run it?
No.
Why not? Feeling wimpy or what?
No, because I can't really hear it. It's super staticky for me.
All right,
She's
fine.
not feeling it.
Edmund!
Edmond.
God damn it. What speech is this that Brandon was in the middle of doing?
Rebuttal.
For the first or the second one?
First.
All right.
Are you